Just approaching the City of Arts and Sciences right now. Amazing futuristic buildings. And I thought I'd start high up because you can go down inside, but I wanted to start here because this is where the sun is hitting the buildings and it looks really nice from this angle. So the park is very busy at the moment. Obviously it's Easter Monday and everyone is enjoying the day off. Okay, let's go up these stairs. Let's have a look down there. It's a little bit windy today. So you can see the water there and the trees, looks really nice. I'm going to walk around the outside. Would have been good if I had some rollerblades or used my bicycle, so it could be a bit quicker. Some dancers down there. This is like a kind of a sky garden over there, and they have like nightclubs in there on Saturdays. It's really, really fun, looks great. Usually there are some coaches that stop along here, and the coaches come from the marina where the people get off the cruise ships, and they either get off here or the coaches go to city centre, to Torres de Serranos, the Serranos Towers. They get off there and they walk around the city for a few hours. And so here is like a prime location where people get pickpocketed. So we can see some more now of the amazing buildings over there. Let's have a little swivel around, look at this building. Look at this, it's fantastic. And they have the list for what's happening on there. Flamenco, symphonic orchestra, dance, opera. Okay, Baroque music. Let's look down here. Look at that. Amazing. How's it going, Mr. Methany? And hello to Onyx. Is it Onyx Gaming? Hello to Evie. This is Valencia City in Spain on the east coast. This area is called the City of Arts and Sciences. Very, very futuristic. It was built, the design was well before its time. Palau de les Arts. So Palace of the Arts, okay. This thing is a massive, I think it's a 360 cinema over there. That big blue thing at the end is a aquarium, okay. There's a cafe down here. They have performances in here. They got a little roof terrace up there to have some drinks. Here is like a garden, but they also turn it into a nightclub as well on the weekend. It's actually prohibited to go in this water. I think you get fined 200 euros, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. It's very, very beautiful indeed. They will fine you if you go into that water, so don't even try it. Yeah. Oh no, I just missed the crossing. Oh well. Yeah, very, very relaxing today. It's a very nice ambience. It's very calm. Usually when I go out, I get this weird sensation. I can feel whether it's calm or if there's something strange in the air. But today it feels very relaxing. Run! Oh my god. The taxis here in this city are white. Okay, run again. Always look left and right when you cross the roads, guys, okay? Do as I say, don't do as I do. So we have the labels here of what you can see. The Museo de Ciencias, Oceanographic, and Umbracle. I always struggle to say that. Hemispheric. Palau de Arts. We just came from there. Thank you for the thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe for more live streams in the lovely, delectable Valencia, Spain. La Bella, you know. Valencia, the beautiful, the brave. Valentia, as it used to be called in Latin. Yeah. So nice to just walk around. It's a cool breeze. It's not that hot. I think it's approximately like 20 degrees, 22 degrees maybe centigrade. And then the bridge is just, you know, decorated with plants. When I first came here, I saw this massive thing here and I was like, oh my god, look at this massive harp. You know, it's so beautiful. Like, I wonder if you can play it. Maybe you need to be a giant to play that harp, but yeah, just silly thoughts. ADHD thoughts. Okay, yeah, look at this, hemispheric. So this is actually a cinema, a massive cinema, can you imagine? Okay, when we had COVID-19, there was like a massive 1 kilometer queue coming out of there to get your shots, to get your vaccines. We had to get our vaccines in there, can you imagine? So I'm glad that I'm not traumatized from that experience, because I probably wouldn't come here again after that. So yeah, amazing architecture, yeah. Exactly, I don't know the exact year that this whole place was built, but it was built decades ago. If you know, you can do a quick little Google search and type it in the chat box. What year was the City of Arts and Sciences built in Valencia City? Write it down in the comment section. So this is our little raised oasis, a garden oasis. Yeah, this is really, really nice here. Very, very nice. So many influencers have recorded videos here, taken pictures here. It's very, very good. Very picturesque, as they say. It doesn't look nice to me, sorry, can I say that? Well, you can say that, but you need to explain why it doesn't look nice to you. Why doesn't it look nice? So, you know, we're allowed to have a difference of opinion. So I'm a bit shocked, but it's okay. As Whitney Houston said, it's not right, but it's okay. If you know that song by Whitney Houston, you can explain why you don't think it's attractive. This part is nice, but I've never been in there. That is where they have the nightclub, inside this section here. Yeah, obviously that is the reception where they, you know, let people in. So this is where the nightclub happens on a Friday and Saturday night. I'll just quickly whiz around over here. So this is a big shopping center, or as Americans say, the mall, shopping mall. And they got lots of stores in there. There's a tram stop there as well. Line 10 goes there. Carrefour, the supermarkets they have, and they have lots of other things in there as well, like KFC, H&M, Pull and Bear. Yeah, so that's very convenient, just to name a few. Oh yeah, let me quickly show you guys this. So Valencia, it has a co-official language called the Valenciano, or Valencia, with an accent on the last A. And you can see, hopefully, the first one is in the local language. This one is in the national language, Castilian. So this is Valencian, Castilian, and then English. Okay. So yes. And unlike Catalonia, unlike Barcelona, people like to speak Valenciano here, and they like to speak Castilian Spanish here, and they don't force you to speak Valencian, unlike the previously stated region. In Valencia, people freely speak Valencian language or Castilian. It's not a problem. Nobody's forced to speak the regional language. So that's really nice. Because when I went to Barcelona for the first time, all I could hear was Catalan, and I barely could speak Spanish at that time. And it was very discombobulating. And when I tried to ask for the toilet one time when I was in Barcelona, they just didn't respond to me in Castilian nor English. This is over 15 years ago, and I heard that it's gotten worse. So if you can, drama, who's smashing plates, smashing pumpkins? So if you can barely speak Spanish and you go to Barcelona or Catalonia, some people might respond to you in English if you try to speak Spanish there. It's very peculiar. And I'm speaking from personal experience, so yeah. So this, I'm going to say it again for the new people, that is the oceanographic, otherwise known as the aquarium. I believe it is the largest aquarium in Europe. So yeah, it's huge. And then afterwards, I'm going to make my way down there, and we're going to walk on the inside of all of this. Look at this. Museo de las Ciencias, or Museum of the Arts. This is the Valencian language. Okay. Has a lot of similarities to French, if you know what French looks like. Although it doesn't sound like French at all. But written, it has a lot of similarities to French. Okay. So we can see the shopping mall over there again. It's a little bit hazy today. The shopping mall is called El Saler. Make sure you roll your R's, darling. Roll your R's. Not your arse, but your R's. El Saler Centro Comercial, shopping center. Yeah. Should I go down these spirally stairs? Yeah. Should I take the lift? Oh my god, let's take the lift in British English. Let's take a lift. Let's take the ascensor. Ow! That was a bad banging noise. So now we are in the elevator, or as they say in Spanish, ascensor, or the lift in British English, my friend. Ooh. Oh my god, I'm destroying. Make sure you click the like button, it's for free. You can also subscribe, it's also free, 99. Okay. So now we are on the ground zero, on the ground floor. We can see the signs again. We can see the signs. Yeah, so this is amazing. The water is always blue. It's really, really amazing. So now we can see the majestic buildings from the ground level. And I think it said that sunset is at 9:15. And right now it is 7:55 in Valencia, Spain. So we've got a couple more hours of video quality light. It would have been better if I was recording around 2 o'clock, 3 p.m. But that's during the siesta time, and the city would practically be dead because everyone would be at home having their lunch or a nap. And I've recorded videos in the past, and sometimes I was recording during the siesta time, And people would always be like, oh, where is everybody? Why is it so quiet? Where is everybody? And I had to explain 1,000 times that, you know, in many places in Spain, they do actually acknowledge the siesta tradition. And they go home for like 3 hours, like 2 till 5. And they have they have lunch with their friends and family. Some people might actually have a nap and then go back to work at 5 p.m. So yeah, it's a very, very nice work-life balance that they have here. Okay. Unfortunately, I didn't leave the house earlier because I probably could have caught some Easter parades, which are very, very nice because Spain is very Catholic. And they have the parades with the Santa Maria, you know, like Maria y Jesus, like the Virgin Mary and Jesus on the massive float, and the men carry the float on their shoulders. And it's very, very wonderful. So yes, now it's a bit busier. They do tend to have security guards around here, but obviously I don't think there's enough. I've probably seen 1 or 2 security guards at any given time in this area. So yeah, now we really got to be vigilant because obviously this is called Pickpockets in Spain. And whenever I can find pickpockets myself, I will try to catch them and alert the police and spread awareness. So let's try to see if we can all together see anyone who may look suspicious. This is a security guard, that's really good. You can drink some water for free here. Someone said, is this the USA? This is Valencia in Spain, in Europe. Valencia. That building looks real. Oh, someone said the building looks disturbing. Yeah, you could say it's alien-esque, you know, but you know. Oh, someone spoke in Spanish. Y los pickpockets no pueden hacer nada por sacarles del país. Yeah, Juan Perez said that the only thing we need to do is to remove the pickpockets from Spain. And yeah, I agree. I totally agree. Someone said in French, trop beau, very beautiful. I wouldn't even comment if okay, don't worry. Someone really doesn't like the buildings here. Someone has sent a Bible passage, so you guys can read that if you like. Okay, so let's pay more attention to what's going on around us, because that's what they do. When you least expect it and when you're not paying attention, that is when they strike. Oh yeah, somebody said if you stand there and then the other person stands over there, they can hear you speaking. So that's definitely a technological marvel. It's more busy over here, but people like to sit on the grass over there and also over there. And that's where things can happen also. So it's echoing a lot here now. Yeah, I'm trying not to film children because, you know, social media always complains. And sometimes it wasn't like on purpose. They just ran into your shot. It's a very strange sculpture over there. Yeah. This is the entrance to the museum. La entrada. So I decided to make this page, this YouTube channel in English, because there are so many Spanish pickpocket YouTube channels and Instagram pages. There's Patrulla Madrid, Patrulla Barcelona, Ciudadana. There's a guy in Seville. And all of those people are recording in Spanish, and some of them are trying to like translate into English in their description box, but none of them are recording in English. And obviously, not to be big-headed or whatever, so on and so forth, etc., but I am a native English speaker. And, you know, I think it, it does what it says on the can. So, yeah, obviously there are lots of foreigners who speak English as a first or second language who can't speak Spanish. And I'm sure many people just want to listen to a human, not an AI, a human giving a voiceover or dialogue or narration, a real human being giving a narration in a native English accent, you know. And I'm British as well, so that makes a bit of a difference because most of these influencers are from the United States. This is a really, really good place to take pictures as well. Yeah. Let me just check my battery. Oh no, it says 18%. Valencia is known for people dancing, girls in dresses. Yeah. Valencia is known for its oranges. It's known for the origin of paella. You know, the Spanish rice comes from Valencia. You know, sometimes there are some flamenco shows, but flamenco, I think you're talking about, the flamenco actually comes from the south of Spain, from the area called Andalusia. So you've got Granada, Cordoba, you've got Cadiz, where else? Almeria. It's more like traditional down there. But you can find some flamenco shows here. Yeah. So it's just so peaceful and relaxing. But obviously nowhere is 100% safe, so you have to keep your eyes open just in case. Okay. How much percent of battery? I got 17% battery left. Honestly. One second, I need to do something. Okay. Yeah, because this is the iPhone. The quality's better. I got a Samsung. It's an A32, but it's like doesn't have 60 frames per second, and it doesn't have image stabilization. So, you know, it's really, really annoying. Look at this. I love this. I love the angles here. If you're an artist, these angles, or if you're an architect, this is just fantastic. This part here. It's just amazing. I am not trying to film your family, okay? She was like, give me the side eye. She's cutting her eye at me. I'm not trying to film your family. Calm down. Listen to that. Oh my God. And we were just talking about coronavirus earlier, COVID-19. Do not sneeze near me like that. It sounded like it didn't cover his mouth and his nose. He did not cover his nose when he was sneezing. Thankfully, the wind is blowing in this direction, so back at you, mate. Yeah. So, seems like there is nothing negative to report today. But I will have to go back into the grass area and patrol through there another day. Because that's another obvious potential place where things can happen. Yeah. Another potential place in the grassy areas. Okay, guys. Okay, I'm sorry that this place annoys you. I don't know why. Is it too futuristic for you? It's too alien looking. The alien city of Spain. Yeah, so these look like tourists. Yeah. Sometimes you see some suspicious people, you got to give it a few seconds or a few minutes to kind of assess their body language, and before you just like pounce and say, pickpocket! Like you have to like assess. You know what I mean? And at least here, like the pickpocket catchers in Valencia anyway, we don't try to punch them or grab them or slam them to the ground like other cities I've noticed on social media. You're not supposed to grab the people up and all of that. You know, you film them, another person calls the police, you follow them. If another member of public wants to grab them up and hold them down in citizen arrest, then that's great. Because, you know, we're not going to get in trouble. But, you know, you really got to be careful because there's a fine line between helping the law and breaking the law. It's a very, very fine line. So, yeah. So, guys, unfortunately, I got 9% left. I don't want the phone to die mid-recording, okay? So I'm going to end it here, and I appreciate everyone who showed up and liked, left a comment, subscribed, and enjoyed the views, because that's what it's about. This is what YouTube was about, sharing your life. You've got to take it back to basics, sharing your life, sharing what you're doing, inspiring people. And I hope that people enjoy the views wherever you are. And I hope you have a good day, okay? Yeah, it's definitely something that you see once in a lifetime. Definitely. I never saw any buildings like this in my entire life, and I'm pushing 40, mate. I'm almost 40 years old this year, gonna turn 40. Not a spring chicken anymore. So yeah. All right, that's it. I'm gonna end it now. See you next time. Thank you for watching. Okay. Goodbye from Valencia city in Spain.